Okay, welcome. So, Ace of Wands of Hierophant is not only about tarot card readings. I love tarot, don't get it wrong. But tarot is not the only thing that helps you in life. So does grief work. So you can listen to as much tarot as you want to, but if you're still pining and grieving and not doing the things for yourself that you're supposed to, then you don't accomplish the things that you should. So let's get right into it. Guys, good morning. How are you doing? Please subscribe, like, comment, share to Ace of Wands, to Howard Font. I'm trying to grow my channel, so I would really appreciate that. But I wanted to start with, so yesterday, I spent the last quite some time, because I told you I just came out of a dark night of the soul. So I spent quite some time, doing a lot of grief work and growing within myself and trying to understand myself and why things are happening and this and that and the other. I've learned now that don't worry why it's happening, how it's happening, when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. You're going to meet the love of your life, 122 on my clock, no matter what. You're not going to spend forever being by yourself. It doesn't really happen that way. And I just woke up, guys. So I felt like, it went from hot yesterday to cold this morning. So the weather has me, my allergies really going crazy. So please excuse me, but I'm going to be uniquely me. Okay. So anyway, let's do the grief work. Let's talk about grief work. First off, if you do not take the time to do your grief work, it doesn't matter. When they come back, where they come back, it's going to be a cycle of the same relationship, no matter what. I don't care how much you try to change. You can't. Inward beauty, you can't cover up with makeup. Inward hurt, you can't cover up with makeup. You either are uniquely who you are or not. And then if you do not do the grief work, you take it into your next relationship. Okay, so this is my thing. I've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of grief work. So once I decided to do my own thing and, accept myself for who I am, and then if I wanted something to change, actually physically make that change within myself, if it was outward. If I felt pain, I went through it. If I felt like some kind of way about the situation, I very literally confronted. I didn't go around the mountain. I went through it. And it made me realize a lot of things about myself. So I complained a lot, about, the weight that I have gained or am, now I'm working on losing. So my 4-day challenge was to change my eating habits. Day one, that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing to change. No sodas, no beer, no whatever is causing your body to not feel like it's itself. Okay, that's very hard, especially when you're grieving. But again, I went through it. So yes, I did eat very unhealthy, drink very whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted. So you have to be able to just go through it. Don't think that it's a bad thing that you do what you have to do. That's not the idea. The idea, 414 on my clock, is to go through it. You're not a bad person for going through it. It doesn't make you terrible. It doesn't make you anything. It makes you a great individual, that you are willing to go through certain cycles in your life to come out at the other end, like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's meant to stay that way. 4:34. Can't speak this morning. 4:33 on my clock. I just woke up. So, again, go through all your pains and challenges in life. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not like ignoring it is going to make it better. It's really just going to stay in your mind. It's going to rotate. So, please, go through it. If you have to get over an ex, go through that. I mean, if you like, oh, I don't know if I want them back. I don't know if I want them back. I don't know if they want me back. I don't know if they want me back. Go through that. Um, you can't. You don't know if you don't try. Now, if it was a terrible relationship and things were not happy, you were not fine. 5:22 on my clock. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge it. Grief work. Acknowledge she was not good to me, even though I loved them with all my heart. 5:33 on my clock when I said it. Just go through it. Accept and allow yourself to have that pain in your life. If you deal with the pain by, oh, I'm gonna, drink a little bit, go out and party, make myself feel better, do that. Go through it. Do not hinder yourself to just feeling sad. Because then guess what happens? You overeat. You stop doing the things that you want to do. You stop being healthy. You fall into depression. You fall into a certain mindset. And we do not want to go through that. We don't want to fall further than we have to. Don't set your mind on anything. If it's not like, not as in once he leaves, I'm just going to fall up underneath another. No, or once she leaves, that's not going through it. That's covering it up with makeup. Go through the process of being alone for a while. Go through the process of, and it doesn't have to be a while. Some people are, some people take longer to get over things than others, but make sure you go through it. And sometimes somebody may be put in your life for them to help you get through it. Is that a bad thing? No. As long as you don't take that kind of situation onto this person who's trying to help you get through this. So, okay, scratch that. So 4-day challenge, first day, grief work. Change your eating. If you want to, change your eating habit. If you're on the end of your dark night of the soul, because 9 times out of 10, if you're in a situation that you are doing grief work, there is a dark side of that, like depression, anger, things that, man, I'm so mad at them, every day roll up in your head. So go through that process, but in the meantime, don't forget who you are, so that when you're at the end of that process, you can not return to who you were, but grow into a new, okay? So, but always take the time to get on and keep even kill. Now, so I started, after hurting my leg and I started to feel better yesterday. I went through, last 2 days, I've been changing my eating habits, changing my workout habits. So I'm on the second day of my 4-day challenge. Now I'm hoping that we can all start this 4-day challenge. You can start it whenever you'd like. Whenever you're guided to this video, it's meant for you. Next your 4-day challenge, and I'm challenging you to go through the grief work. And it's not going to take just 4 days, but it does take 4 days to understand that you do have grief work to go through. Yeah, you have childhood issues that you have to deal with. Yeah, you have some things so that, okay, so say your habit is eating, or you have a eating disorder, so that you have some things, so that you know that you have some things that you need to go through in order to eat healthier. Or some people, they have the opposite side, eat more, or understand that beauty is not, how do you say, not all that glitters is gold. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you're a product of your life situations. So after 2 days of working out, I've slimmed down. I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I went from 145 to 138 today. So that was 2 days of just changing my eating habits, understanding that the scale doesn't make me. What makes me is what I choose to put in my body, okay? And also understanding that your body needs you, okay? So taking care of your body is very important. It's very important. And you don't have to do very hard things. I do a 30-minute workout in the morning off of YouTube. They're free. They're free. You don't need anything. They're usually, you can, if you want, look up workouts that require nothing. If you only make it through half of the workout, great. Make it 15 minutes, great. If that's all you have in the morning, great. But feed your body so that your mind can open up in a positive way. Because then you say, man, I worked out this morning and I enjoyed myself. How does that change from, oh, looking in the mirror, I'm so this, and I know I need to work. And that's all, every time you look in the mirror, that's what you feel like. Grief work. Just do it. It doesn't take much time. How much time does it take to get up 15 minutes early in the morning to meditate, or 15 minutes early in the morning to do a 15-minute workout? They have those too. Anything that you want to do, 11:11 on my clock is the truth. Anything that you want to do, it's there for you. And most of the time, what's good for you don't cost you much or anything at all. So putting more fruits and vegetables in your diet, that is less expensive than ham hocks. It's less expensive than pork. It's less expensive than sausage. It's less expensive. And I'm not saying that you can't put certain things in your body, but pork is a saltier meat and it's a more fattening meat. It sticks to the body in an unhealthy way. However, if you exchange it and eat more chicken in your diet, and it can be lean chicken. No one's saying you have to have chicken breast though. I'm not a lean chicken person. I like the legs and thighs. But I also understand that too much of a good thing can put it back on you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know about my challenges. You know, I like rice. I like noodles. I'm a Chinese person. I love Asian food, Chinese food. I love all that. I love tacos, Mexican food. But however, I know that if I eat too many tortillas, I know that the bread will stick to my body. Then when I look in the mirror, I have something to say. I'm upset about it. Because in the morning, it didn't leave. It didn't leave. Okay, it didn't leave. So I'm just saying, and then bread can cause a lot of swelling in the body, especially if your body doesn't digest it well. And my body doesn't. So I had to remove a lot of that out of my diet. So justice, the world and justice. So again, this morning I woke up feeling exactly how I wanted to feel. And I was over 7 pounds lighter from just changing my diet, taking out things that swell it, like sodas and beer and things like that. I started to take more natural medicines like turmeric. I take probiotics to help. I take 2 vitamins in the morning to help. I also take I take 1 B12, all natural. You find them in the green. Nobody knows about that. So take 1 B12 for energy. If you're not having much, take the time to rest at night, because sleeping well can also help you. Don't eat too late. If you go to bed at 12, 11, 10, try not to eat anything but fruits before you sleep. If you're one that needs your full stomach, 44 at night. So eat like more fruits and vegetables at night, because they're not heavy weight gainers. Make a proper decision for yourself. You have to decide for yourself what is good for you. Not salted. I'm not talking about something you cook on the stove. I'm talking about the all naturals kind, because when you cook it on the stove, you want to add butter, you want to add salt. Those are things that make your body swell. So you have to do a lot less of that. Again, just be careful what you put in your body as far as your 4-day challenge, is because the things that you think that you need, you really don't. Strength. The things that you think that you need, you don't. Exactly what I said. Be strong. Be strong in that inward. And then that outward will also shine. You don't understand how strong it'll make you feel when you've been working out and you don't have to, and you've been working out, you worked on your inner grief work, which can be, again, with the grief work, which can be anything from depression to something that happened to you in your childhood. Have faith in yourself. So, it's also my Hierophant card, but higher knowledge. But you can't skip the steps in grief work, because then it becomes overwork. You overeat, you overwork out, nothing too much of a good thing is not a good thing, because that means that there's something that you're not happy about. Now, if you are someone that just loves to work out, and it's not to clear your mind, not to make you feel better in a bad situation, but you just love being in the gym, you love lifting weights, you love all these kind of things. You love the camaraderie. You love, if it's about a social thing and it makes you feel better, then do that. So, okay, anything that will change your mental set from negative to positive. 8:33 on my clock, 17:13 on my time, 17:17 as well. So, work on self. Be good to self. Like I said, I always say that. Everything great in your life starts with you. And I know that I'm a Sagittarian, so I don't like to skip steps. I'd rather be single for a while, and I might have to send a few letters out, that for people who, I may not be happy about them, but at least I went through that process to come out of it, So the Empress. So work on your inner strength and your inner growth, okay? So that it can actually really show outwardly. So that maybe, and the things that are great, 1808 on, as I'm saying this, those things that are bad, they'll fall off naturally. It'll fall off so natural. You no longer need that stuff, 1818. You no longer need that stuff to make you feel very happy. You feel me? You no longer need it to make you feel happy. Like I said, go within, and the King of Wands. And with King of Wands, with full force, make your solid decision. And again, with the Hermit, go within, do the work. Do not skip steps. Sorry. I'm like I said, I just woke up. I have to have my coffee in the morning because I have to work out. I'm doing my challenge. But I had to tell you what I went through. And yes, it was not easy. But I was very much blinding myself and trying to make a decision on what was more important. Myself, here I go again. Myself, my grief, or my faith, and that I am a great person. I'm worthy. I can do this. So I decided to let go of the grief, go with a new way with the Empress. Go with a new way. Do something new. Do something in a different way that suits me. So you know what I did? I worked out. I did a 15-minute muscle body strength workout. And then I did a 15-minute cardio, 30 minutes. Body strength is important only because just feeding your muscles make you more mobile. Stretching in the morning brings mobility to your body. Again, I did this, but at the end, I realized I had to do something. So I went within, I did my grief work, and I came out strong, forward moving, and assured. Okay? So do everything you can for yourself. It's very important. And I'm not talking about, even if you're married, being married to someone else does not change who you are. Even if you're tired, even if you have children, you still have to take the time. You could do all these things at home in the morning. It's I can't explain how much mentally, physically, and emotionally it helped. It put me in a completely different place in the last 2 days. Just in 2 days, I feel better. I feel more enlightened. And also, turmeric is very good for the brain. It's very good for the health of your body. It does a lot for your body. It does a lot for your brain. It does a lot for your heart. So I would really consider that, because it's really made a major difference in my life. Some people are allergic to that. Here comes the justice card again. Some people are allergic to that. So, okay. So that's basically the message that I wanted to talk about, because I always talk about health on my show, because you know what? It's not about the exercise. It's about feeding your brain, feeding your body, creating a schedule of flexibility for yourself will make you stronger inward. You don't have to work out. No one says you have to, but when you don't get the results just by starving yourself, which you should never do, when you don't get to work by starving yourself, and holding on to whatever you believe. And I know that's a Four of Pentacles, which means saving money, but that's also holding on to, that's all, holding on. You could be also holding on to what you already know. I already know. I know how to save money, so I already know how to, I already know how to, what I like to eat, what I like to do, what I like to. It's not about what you know. It's about going a little bit against the grain of your normality to become abundant with the Ten of Pentacles. Going against the normality of what you know. I know if I put fruits and vegetables in my fried bacon taco, it's going to make me healthier now. You don't know that. And then when things are not happening the way you want them to, then you gain that Two of Swords energy that, well, what did I do wrong? Did I do this wrong? Did I need to make a decision on what? No. You already look it up on the internet. Healthy things, healthy diets, nothing with bread. And you'll be surprised what you find. Bread is not, and I mean, that means Wonder Bread, that means tortilla bread, that means pita bread, that means gluten-free bread, that means donuts, that means all of those things they're not a natural form, they're not natural for the body. More natural fruits. We are natural hunters of this world. We started this world as hunters and gatherers. So to use what naturally came from the earth, and flour is a man-made thing, and everything that you put in flour is also not necessarily more flour and doughing it takes to make bread. So okay, you want to cut out the flour and the breaded things, and I even mean like pancakes. I'm talking about even what do you call it? Even if you bread your stuff in the oven, like the chicken. Let's take chicken for example. Chicken comes with skin on it. The skin of the chicken is not good. It doesn't digest well in your body. Remove the skin before you bake it. And I promise you, the chicken is so much better, even if it's legs or thighs. Remove the skin before you bake it. Add something natural like tomatoes, or even if it's canned tomatoes, make sure it's stuff that's not too many calories. Page of Wands, with the indecision, Two of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So, and let me get one more card for clarification. Ten of Cups. So, look, for full fulfillment within self, and a diet is very important because how, what you feed your body is what your brain thinks. So, if you feed your body negative things, then your brain thinks negative things like, oh, I have to have this, or I have to have that person back, or I have to lose weight to get where I'm at. I have to, if I want a man, I have to do this. If I want, you know what? Have patience, baby. I know a lot of big girls out there that got their man and married to him, and I know a lot of thin girls out there that got their man and married to him. You don't have to be thick or thin, but you be uniquely yourself. Okay? Like that's that I have to, but you can be uniquely yourself, Empress. You can be uniquely yourself and don't have to worry about, tell them, moving right along, don't be somebody's, Ace of Wands. Like I said, moving right along. Why does it come out like that? Okay, Six of Pentacles. So make sure you do the work on yourself. That's all I'm saying. Give to your body, mind, and soul. Even if you have someone else. Giving to two over the Hermit card. So Six of Pentacles is also, giving to two over the Hermit card. So again, don't feed ego. Don't feed ego. And don't feed pride. I know. Ego is, I know what I'm doing. I know how to work out. I bet you if you go on that good old internet, you'll find out you don't. You really are just, you're not, you're learning, really willing to learn. Okay? And the King of Pentacles over the Ace of Wands, your ending card. Trust me. Look at all these pentacles. And they don't do anything but grow. Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. That was the advice. To start where you're at, but be willing to learn with the Ten of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. If you stop giving in to that ego, which is the ego, which is I know, stop giving into that, the idea that you don't need to go through your problems, and start doing the work with the Ace of Wands, and learn to be patient with yourself. You will become abundant. You will get your abundance, your king. These are two kings at the end of your spread. So you'll get your abundance, period. And those who are already in this process and are wanting to know what the next step is, mind, body, soul. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to do your spiritual work. I don't care who you are. Give God 10, 5 minutes, 2 minutes a day. Even if it's 1 second a day, thank you, God, for everything. Gratitude, especially thank your angels and your guides. Because regardless of whether you listen to this show or not, you know what I'm saying? Every day, every step you take, God puts it in your minds, but the angels are tracking you as well. That's why you see those double numbers. That's why they're called angel numbers. That's why you notice that it comes out a lot. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So nothing's wrong with you. It's just that if you want to get out of this tower situation where you feel like you're not enough, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this, you're not that, I am this, I'm so that, I know everything, I know nothing. I thought we were the best, I thought we were everything. You want to get out of that, you'll get your 10 of Pentacles. Again, 10 of Pentacles twice. There's nothing know enough about, and you can't learn more. It's like going from a CSR, a sales representative, at a convenience store to manager. Like there's nothing else you need to know. No, there is. You don't have to stop at what you already know. Ace of Pentacles. You can know more. So that's 3144. What happens when you're no longer the CSR or the manager of that store? But the manager calls you and says, I want you, Two of Swords, and Hangman. I want you now to be the general manager, district manager of this entire area. Does that mean that you take that same store knowledge and convert it to the general manager knowledge? No, you have to learn more. So always be willing and open, Ace of Wands, like I said, to learn more. Hey, these cards are amazing. Again, King of Swords and the Strength card over the Temperance. So always be willing to learn. Those are 3 good cards in a row. Knight of Cups. Feed yourself that good cup. Okay. I don't even know why that came out. I don't believe it was meant. I'm not even gonna lie. That was something I barely even did. Again, feed yourself. Come out of that. If I were to take it, come out of that. Again, with the work on yourself. With the world. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Come out of that. 3 of Pentacles where you feel like you need anyone else. Give to yourself. That's the strength of all of this. Okay? Let me see what your therapist of the Oracle says. It says, inner child, like I said, work on that self. 33 on my clock. Work on yourself. Get to yourself to a place where you feel safe within. 3344 on my clock. Stargaze. So that's your 2 fairy of the Oracle. It says the fairies of playfulness remind you to take time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Wow. And then Stargaze. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So look upon something higher than yourself. Again, pray. Do your daily. If you meditate. If you do yoga. But make sure that your mind is free while doing it. Which don't be thinking about all the stuff that you have to do that day. Think about positive affirmations as you do it. I am great. I am lovely. Every time you think of something bad, well, I have to do this, or I should have changed that, or man, this is a relationship with my mom, and just making me switch that. And then it'll switch an entire lifestyle in yourself. You'll change mentally, and you'll be surprised how fast it does happen. You are stronger than you know. Wow. And forgiveness, again, forgive yourself, but learn to forgive others and have courage and be spiritual adult children. So, at the bottom of the deck. So, no worries. Love yourself, grow spiritually, making choices. Again, that's the same thing as a Two of Swords card, but it's not number 30, but it's also like you have to make a decision for yourself for inner growth, okay? Nobody can, again, with the moonlight and the stargazing, wow, y'all got it twice. So make decisions for yourself that are good for and healthy for you. Don't people say, oh, I love that you're thick, but you're not happy about it. Well, spark that inward in yourself and look, make the moves. You see them hearts, make moves for inner spiritual growth. You don't have to be anything you don't want to be. Give yourself 30 minutes of just walking into those. You can buy one of those exercise bands and just work. You'll be surprised the difference you see within yourself. Stormfield. It may be hard at first for you to make that time for yourself. The actual exercise part is a lot easier than you think. Look, coming together and commitment. So think about that. Who are you more committed to? Are you committed to your own self-growth, which will make you feel happy if you decided that you wanted to gain or lose weight, or if you wanted to just do it just for inward enlightenment? I mean, I know plenty of people out here that just work out just for themselves because that feeds their brain, it feeds their body, it changes how you feel, period. So, and sometimes it's amazing. After 2 days, it seems like an overnight thing. So just know that it's sometimes it feels like an overnight thing, and that's like a mental change, which makes you feel like it may be something that you needed. Sometimes that's the perfect cure for the depression you go through sometimes. And I know because I suffer from depression for a long time, but I'm also doing the inner child work and the inner work. I don't want to sit here and take medicines prescribed by doctors that are just paint on a fingernail. My nail is still there. And when the paint falls off, or I stop taking the medicine, or the medicine dosage isn't right anymore, I'm not saying that everybody doesn't need it, because some people out here really need it, but for other things. But a depression problem, that's within, and you can change that. Period. So just when you, again, and I heard this from one of my spiritual guides, when you feel that negative energy, that negative self-talk, I should have done, change that. It's not that you should have done anything. You don't even have to work out if you don't want to. However, it does change the inside of you. It changes the way your body feels, which changes the way you think. Also, it's a whole system in there. So, okay. So I just want to say, do the grief work. And grief work is do the work that you think that you know that you need to do, but you keep ignoring every day, and then it keeps turning in your head. Oh, did they think I'm this? I think they think I'm mean, or they think I'm this. That's grief work. Who cares what other people think? But if you want to choose to be a nicer person, or if you want to choose, it's not even being a nicer person, you want to choose to change that part of you, then do the work to do so. Okay? So I just want to say thank you very much. I got to get to my workout. I got to finish drinking my coffee. And I got to listen to a few more of my spiritual guides. And then I have to, I'm doing my prayer work today. And then I can get along with my life as normal and natural. And then just continue to keep trying to do my work on myself. Turn your headphones on, by the way, as loud as you can if there's too much noise. And just listen to something very soothing, soft, and something. And you can look on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of meditation music, raindrop music at night, so you can get your rest. And rain is actually a very peaceful thing. You could turn it on YouTube and listen to it as you sleep. Those things are very peaceful. So learn how to bring more peace into your life so that you can think properly, so that you can grow within. 4114, thank you very much. Ace of Wands, Sahara. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoyed myself. And trust me, the cards tell a story. You don't start a conversation and the cards doesn't have their own opinion about it, but it also lets you know something, that everything is not about love, finances, this or that in the cards. They're there to help you. If you have a question, anything. Am I spending too much money? How am I treating my children? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about the bike I ride? 4155. It will give you some guidance. And did you see how it started out as your past, this is what you need to get over. This is how the process you are in right now. This is the steps that you need to take. Then you had the going within, and then the two kings. Trust me, it works with anything. So trust in yourself, because you work with anything too. Thank you. Ace of Wands, Sahara. Please like, share, and subscribe. 4233. Well, almost. There it is. I shouldn't look so hard because it makes me feel better when I just look up and see it. Anyway, much love to you.